Alright, welcome back to Boruto, Anime Review, episode number 266. This is viewing the 266th episode of Boruto Naruto Illustrations. Himawari kidnapped. The episode starts off with basically having Kawaki just delivering some books. He's on cleaning duty. You see Himawari there. By the way, the whole aspect of him basically protecting Kae, never mentioned in this episode. They're quite near each other. But it's like that particular plot is put on the side for the moment, for the last couple episodes. Just focus on other stuff, just developing, Kawaki's character. So, in episode 7, of course, you have Himawari meet up with Osaka and Neon, where we meet Neon's mom, who, typical for standard Japanese anime, looks exactly like her mother. Pretty much the same thing. Though when Oka's mom later in the episode, it's slightly different. I will get to that. Don't worry about that. So, basically have Himawari going home with Osaka, and then they're just randomly kidnapped by two guys, and Himawari drops her pendant. Now, by the way, Himawari does not know she dropped it at all. She had no idea the fact was dropped. And you have Kawaki wondering what the heck if Himawari went home, and you have Kae just showing up, wondering where the heck Himawari was. And of course, he thought basically with a shopping trip. Apparently, she missed it. And it turns out that, they find out, thanks to finding her pendant, that she got kidnapped. And of course, Okasa goes to her mansion, where they see that the maids and brothers outside just panicking what the heck to do. And Kawaki is the one who basically took control of the situation, basically told them to calm down and contact her parents. They talk to Neon, and of course, they can't figure out where she is. Meanwhile, though, at the warehouse that Osaka and Himawari at, Himawari is very calm, and everybody is wondering, why the heck is she so calm? Now, Osaka is obviously panicking because she got kidnapped. Himawari, not the first time she's been in danger. Oh no, she got threatened with a freaking android. So, of course, basically, she's not bothered by, and she able to point out, though, easily that the chief of the guy who's in charge of these two, the guy their boss, he was a former shinobi, just by his mannerisms, which, okay, interesting. Probably given the fact she grew up in a ninja family. Go figure. And of course, the guys give their backstory later. They couldn't graduate Ninja Academy, so they just wandered around. They just randomly found their big bro. By the way, the guy's name never revealed in this episode. Excuse me. The whole episode is simply referred to as Big Bro. So, Himawari is calm because here's the thing. They think she's calm because she's going to be rescued. I think she's being calm because this guy is beneath her. Because not the first time she's been in danger, so there's that. I mean, heck, she saw a freaking alien. And these guys are nothing compared to seeing Kaguya's species in the series. So at one point they try to escape. And of course, it was working to use the Gale Force Palm on him to come. But apparently hers not strong enough just yet. So it does temporarily stop him, but not fully. So, and of course, holding her leg, and then he sees nearly string her one-handed. And then we see the part of the ceiling cave in because Kawaki showed up. And of course, he saves Himawari, gets Himawari and Osaka away. And it basically is like, of course, this ninja surrounds him with, by the way, he's a rogue ninja. He surrounds him with fire. He's like, this fire is nothing. And then he proceeds to beat the crap out of the guy really easily. The police show up. The two are arrested. The two guys basically mention, they might get help. Nope, they're not going to do that because if he apologizes, no problem. The other guy, and of course, the other guy basically, and of course, the obvious question is, how the heck do they know where she was? Simple. Neon's drone. Which apparently is made from the same type of stuff used in the Yamaka clan, aka the clan that Ino was from. Yep. It's almost like basically there was, my guess is because the mention of the Yamachi clan, which is known for being basically using telepathy, kind of. My guess is that probably, and this is my personal theory, I think with the drop of that, I think they were actually originally planning to have Ino in the episode. But and this is just my personal theory anyways, I think Ida was planning to be in this flashback, but she's probably dropped due to time. So, that's the only character I can think of. Either that or her mom, possibly. It'd be nice to see, it's been a little while. So, they do mention Naruto in the episode, but they still won't bring up her mom as Hinata Hyuga, the daughter of the head of the Hyuga clan, and the older sister of the heirs to the Hyuga clan. Yeah, that's not part of this. And fun fact, it's been a long time since we see Hinata's sister, Hinabi. Yeah, when was the last time we saw her in the series? Last time I can think of is probably for her grandfather's, like her father's birthday. Yep. And in case you're curious, though, where the heck is Boruto this episode? Well, he's in the focus of this arc, so basically he's appeared roughly in 2 episodes out of these 6. Yeah, 2 episodes. So, there's also something in this episode Osaka basically has as a following with a mom. What it was kind of silly, to say the least. So, of course, they show her mom, and she does kind of look like her, except her hair color is a little different. You see, Osaka's hair is more of a light purple. Her mother's hair is more of a dark purple. Though her face is similar to her, just the hair color is slightly different. Of course, the darkness, of course, they love her, and of course, what was the reason for the argument? Because she threw away a pudding she wanted to have. And it turns out the reason why she threw it away, because it was way past the expiration date. She was just looking after her daughter like any decent parent would do. And of course, hey, why don't we celebrate basically with some pudding? They're like, okay, fine. And of course, they have a hint of something possibly for a future episode where the guy basically mentioned this is not what we agreed upon. And then we see this mysterious figure whose eyes look very similar to the eyes seen from Juggin. Yes, could it be Nausicaa? I don't know. I highly doubt it's him. Do I think it might be Jiraiya's clone? Highly doubt it. The guy's too thin to be Jiraiya's clone. Yeah, because Jiraiya's clone was if I remember something from the series, he was beefy, just like how Jiraiya was. Jiraiya basically, despite being a pervert, the guy was very well. The guy clearly worked out, despite being also being a ninja. The guy basically he looked like a freaking bodybuilder in the series. I mean, he's a huge guy, and it looks like next week we're gonna have references to the legendary Shining. I think you have. Well, it look like Hinata is dressed up as Himawari, dressed up as her awesome grandfather, the 4th Hokage. We do have look like Kawaki dressed up as Tsunade's slug. I have no idea why. We have someone dressed up as Jiraiya and someone dressed up as Orochimaru. This should be interesting. It looks like a play that I put on. Yeah, I love the little nod to the original Naruto series like this. This is so awesome. Imagine if one of these... Now, Jiraiya, it's impossible because he's dead to show up possibly for a quick cameo. What if Tsunade, the real Tsunade, show up in the next episode? That might be possible. Given the fact she's only appeared in 2 episodes this entire series. Yes, Tsunade. 2 episodes. Yeah. Is that quite weird? Tsunade, who frequently appeared both in the original Naruto series and the Shippuden, and here, 2 episodes. Yeah. Who knows? Yep. It would have been nice if Kawaki would have contacted either, you would have been really cool for this moment. Aside from I get the fact why he didn't contact any of the big shonen, because writers probably wanted him to show off his moves, have him beat the guy, because the other ones probably wiped the floor with him. If he contacted Hinata about this, you're like, hey, Hinata, Himawari's been kidnapped. Himawari's been kidnapped. Hangs the phone, races right over. She would do that. If he contacted Sakura and tell him Himawari was kidnapped, she'd probably be upset too because her best friend's daughter got kidnapped. Though she would also be upset if her own daughter was kidnapped. Yes, she would actually feel that way. And also, surprisingly, if Naruto would, he probably would basically, if he still had Kurama with him, he would probably show up in an instant. And he'll probably beat the guy in less than 5 minutes. He probably beat the guy in 2 seconds. He'll just basically throw one punch and that's it. Yeah, probably the reason why they'd have him show up in this episode is because there would be just too much for this guy. And we just need to focus on the current generation. We don't technically need to focus on the previous generation too much. Yes. Though I kind of wish they would explain what the heck Boruto is. Could it be on a mission? It's possible to say at least. But I do like basically seeing Himawari here because prior to these hit episodes, she didn't really appear very much at all. There's been a few episodes where now a lot of time when she showed up in the series, she always showed up with her beautiful mother, Hinata. Then after a while, she stopped appearing with her mother on her own. Excuse me, but I could definitely see her pop up again. Who knows? Yep. So yeah, that's episode of you, and that's gonna be it for videos tonight because I don't have more time to move videos tonight. So, Spaceship Cabin tomorrow. I'm probably gonna watch it anyways right now. Okay. Next video. Bye.